Attention Manchester United fans, welcome to United Corner, your number one spot for the latest news, transfer updates, match reactions, and inside stories from Old Trafford. If you love the Red Devils and want to stay updated every single day, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our growing family of passionate United supporters. Don't miss a moment. This is the home for every true fan of Manchester United. Ruben Amorim, under intense pressure at Manchester United, one more defeat could seal his fate. The storm clouds over Old Trafford seem to be gathering with greater intensity each passing week, and at the heart of the turbulence sits Manchester United's manager, Ruben Amorim. The Portuguese tactician, who arrived with so much fanfare and excitement only a few months ago, now finds himself walking on the thinnest of ropes, his future hanging in the balance as reports inside the club suggest that another defeat could lead directly to his dismissal. For many United fans, this scenario feels eerily familiar. Another chapter in the seemingly endless cycle of rebuilding, false dawns, and disappointment that has plagued the club since Sir Alex Ferguson retired in 2013. Yet for Amorim, the stakes are personal. His career and reputation facing the possibility of a devastating blow at the world's most scrutinized football institution. When Manchester United announced Ruben Amorim as their new manager, replacing Erik ten Hag after a season of inconsistency, there was genuine optimism among fans and pundits alike. Amorim had forged an impressive reputation at Sporting CP, where his innovative 3-4-3 system, strong emphasis on youth development, and ability to blend tactical discipline with attacking flair made him one of Europe's most sought-after young coaches. The United hierarchy believed he could be the man to rebuild not just the squad, but the entire culture of the club. Yet the Premier League is an unforgiving arena, and the pressure cooker of Manchester United magnifies every weakness. Despite flashes of progress, improved possession play, more aggressive pressing, and glimpses of young talents flourishing under his watch, results have been disappointing. United have struggled for consistency, dropping points in matches they were expected to win, and finding themselves lagging behind in the league table. According to multiple insiders, including whispers from the training ground and leaks from within the boardroom, Amorim is on what has been described as final notice. The latest defeat at Old Trafford, a frustrating 2-1 loss against a mid-table opponent, has left the Glazer family and sporting director Jason Wilcox furious. Reports indicate that a closed-door meeting was held immediately after the match, where Amorim was bluntly warned that another poor result will not be tolerated. In other words, the next game could very well decide his fate. United are set to face a formidable opponent in their upcoming fixture, and the outcome could either breathe temporary life into Amorim's tenure or end it abruptly. For a club of United stature, patience is scarce, and results are demanded instantly. What makes the situation more complex is the growing divide between Amorim and sections of the dressing room. While some players are said to admire his tactical approach and modern ideas, others reportedly feel constrained by his rigid system, complaining privately that his methods lack the adaptability required for the chaos of Premier League football. Senior figures inside the squad who carry significant influence have been notably subdued in their public backing of the manager. This silence has only fueled speculation that Amorim is losing the dressing room, a fatal sign for any manager at Manchester United. Fans, too, are divided. At Old Trafford, boos have begun to echo at full time after disappointing performances, while social media platforms are flooded with debates. Some supporters pleading for patience with a project still in its infancy, others demanding immediate change before the season slips into ruin. The Manchester United board, meanwhile, is already rumored to be exploring potential successors. Names such as Zinedine Zidane, Graham Potter, and even Gareth Southgate have been whispered in the corridors of power, though nothing has been formally advanced. The fact that such speculation exists at all, however, underscores the precariousness of Amorim's position. Journalists close to the club note that United's leadership is desperate to avoid yet another mid-season managerial change, knowing full well how disruptive it can be, but financial pressures, commercial expectations, and the looming threat of missing out on Champions League qualification make inaction almost impossible. Amorim, for his part, remains publicly defiant. In his latest press conference, he insisted that he still believes in this project and that the players are behind me. He pointed to the progress of younger stars, the gradual improvement in fitness and discipline, and his conviction that the team's style will soon translate into consistent results. Yet even in his words, there was a hint of fatigue, a man aware of the knives sharpening around him. At a club like Manchester United, he admitted, every game is a final. For Amorim, that statement could not be truer. His next match is not just a final in sporting terms, but potentially the final chapter of his short-lived Manchester United story. Journalists across England have been quick to compare Amorim's plight to that of his predecessors. David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Erik ten Hag, all of whom faced similar cycles of pressure, scrutiny, and eventual downfall. Each was hailed as the man to restore glory to Old Trafford, and each eventually succumbed to the crushing weight of expectations. Amorim's tenure now risks becoming yet another cautionary tale in the post-Ferguson wilderness.